Hi guys, so I just wanted to do a super quick update on the volunteer work that I've been doing. And as I've told you before, the first couple of days were really fun. I got to work with Erica, and she is the EMT at the Centro de Salud in Boquete. So anyways, that was really fun, and I actually ended up being with her all week, and yeah, it's just been just all sorts of amazing. Oh, sorry, actually I was with the nutritionist for the first day, and then I was with the EMT for the next day. But anyway, so she showed me around the stock room. We talked about everything. I got to learn how to take the blood pressure with the stethoscope and just like the sleeve and stuff, and it was really cool. I got to watch a kid who actually got bit by a dog. So I got to watch him get stitched up, and unfortunately, you know, they don't freeze you before they do stitches around here. They just kind of like go at it and try and go as fast as possible, and the kid was kind of screaming, but what can you do? So anyways, I do believe that I mentioned those in the previous video. But I did end up staying with the Erica, the EMT, for the rest of the week, which was really interesting. I keep a log of all the volunteering that I've done, and you know what I learned each day and that kind of thing. So I'm actually a little behind on it, but anyways, so a couple of things that I learned how to do was and help out with was take like gauzes and like count out 4, and you have to put them in this kind of surgical paper and fold them up a certain way, and put a label on them and stuff, and then get them ready for sterilization. So I did that for all the gauzes and all the cotton balls. So I mean, it's pretty minuscule work, but it took me a couple of days so to get all of it done. So I'm pretty sure I saved somebody two days worth of relatively boring stuff to be doing, but to me it was kind of interesting, and it was a good opportunity to like talk to Erica and, you know, find out more about everything in Panama and stuff. So it was pretty good. Other than that, the highlight of my day last week was that there was an indigenous woman in labor, and so we had to well, she came to our center, health center, and we had to pile her into the ambulance, and it was just kind of cool because, you know, Erica is telling me like everything and why things happen. So she's like, okay, because she's pregnant, she needs dextrose 5%. So, you know, this is how you do an IV, and she did that, and you know, this is how you check all the vital signs, this is where you look for the information, and you know, I'm like looking through the patient file and everything, so it was pretty cool. And we put her into the ambulance, and this woman, I don't know, I mean, this was her 5th kid, so I imagine she was kind of used to it, but anyways, she was just like no emotion whatsoever. She was just sitting there, she's like in the ambulance, riding along, just like nothing. Like, it just blew my mind, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if that was me, I would be screaming. I'm sure I would be screaming. So anyways, as we're driving over in the ambulance over to David, which is the city outside of Boquete, well, Boquete is outside of David, but anyways, as we were driving down there, it turns out that there was another call, and there was an older gentleman that needed to be picked up and dropped off in David as well. And the normal blood pressure of an adult is it's maybe about like 110 over 80. And this older gentleman actually had 200 over 110. So literally pretty much like a heart attack waiting to happen. So we rushed over, picked him up, and then we really started speeding down to David. And it actually turns out that there is a separate hospital for females and males, and they're literally like almost next door to each other, with this huge hole right in the middle, which is actually a construction site for specialized hospitals. So things like surgeries, gynecologists, like all that kind of stuff, you know, like specialized professions would be in this new hospital that's separating the male from the female hospital. So it's kind of a funky setup, but anyways, we rushed to the male one, we dropped the man off. We rushed to the female one, dropped the lady off. Still, you know, she's just like 8 centimeters dilated and no big deal. And we went back to the male hospital to pick up our stretcher. And I got a quick little tour of the emergency room over there. And it was absolutely shocking. It was like a wide open room with about maybe 50 beds, just side to side. Like, you pretty much need to wheel a person out into the walking area to be able to help them out, right? And that was the emergency room. There was no curtains, there was zero privacy, just people running around all over the place. It was a little chaotic, a little shocking, but it's also the kind of situation where you just make do with whatever you've got. So they have a big room and they have 50 beds, that's what it's gonna be. So it's kind of unfortunate, but anyways, so that was pretty much the highlight of my week last week. Yeah, we pretty much came back, and the rest of the week was actually pretty quiet. And then I'm just looking at my my log here to see what else I haven't mentioned. Right, so this week I've pretty much just been with the nutritionist and the dietitian and what's it called, her intern. And the first day back on Monday, it was actually very interesting. No, not on Monday. Either way, this week they taught me how to test hemoglobin levels. So she kind of, it's just like a sterile needle. You like untwist it and take the plastic off, and it's sterile on the inside. And then you gotta prick the finger and then, like, you know, squeeze out the blood and take this like little plastic thing and like scoop up a little drop of blood and put it into this little portable machine, and then it gives you your hemoglobin level. Mine being 15.6, and the normal is 16 to 20 for adults. So I'm not too bad. I guess I could have some more iron, but anyways, it was really good. And then so Rosa, that's the dietitian's name, she did it on me, and then she's like, oh, do it on me. So I got to test her hemoglobin level. She was only a 12, but anyway, that was really interesting. And then I also got a really thorough view of the patient files. Like when I was with Erica, it was just kind of quick, and this is what the doctor wrote, and that's pretty much it. But this week I actually got to like sit there with the patient files and look through everything and all the tests they've done and all the feedback and everything every doctor wrote, and just it was just so cool just to see all that kind of information compiled in there. And yeah, other than that, there was a 2-year-old boy with moderate bloating in the stomach, and that was a little abnormal. There were several older patients, like 60 and above, and all of them seemed to lack proper nutrition and exercise. So it was, all I kept hearing from the dietitian was like, oh, you gotta go for a walk, you have to have more calcium, you have to eat more veggies, you know, stuff like that. So anyways, Monday and Tuesday we were in Centro de Salud here in Boquete. And then Wednesday was a day off. I did end up going to the health center, but nobody that I could possibly job shadow or volunteer or help was there that day. So I'm like, okay, I guess Wednesday is going to be my day off. So I just came home. I slept a little bit, and then I went for like a huge hike, and that was really fun. So anyways, and then yesterday and today, the same nutritionist and dietitian and the intern from here were in Dolega, which is the next town over. And yeah, so I just ended up catching a bus and chilling out with them. Today was a super boring day. We only had like one patient, and then we had 2 ladies that came over. There's some kind of like a health food plan or supplemented food plan, something like that. And these people carry around a card with dates on it, and maybe they get it once a week or something. But anyways, there's like stacks of milk powder, like fortified with calcium and stuff. So these people, depending on, I don't even know what it's depending on, but anyways, they get a different amount of these packets to take home. So a few indigenous people came over, of course, and picked up some of those packets, and one other lady came over, and other than that, it was just a very quiet day. And yesterday, also in Dolega, we were just, you know, patient after patient. There weren't actually any pregnant women, but there was one girl that was probably about my age, and she was shocked to find out how much salt there is in like a hamburger, and fat and sugar and everything, and she was like, oh my god. And she had like super abnormally high cholesterol, so we were just like on her. We're like, you gotta eat this, you gotta do that. And it was kind of cool. So anyways, and then I met one of the doctors there. I'm pretty sure he's like the main doctor in Dolega. So anyways, and he kind of spoke a little bit of English, so that was kind of cool. So anyways, yeah, the volunteering pretty much every day for about, you know, 4 to 7 hours. I've been volunteering, depending on, you know, how much there is to do and stuff like that. Me and Sarah, we were just having lunch at a local little Panamanian restaurant. So we just met a guy who lives in another town nearby here, and he's actually a missionary, and he has been tasked with repainting all these benches at a church. So anyways, it sounds like it's pretty tedious work, so I think that I might try and pop over there next weekend and see if I can help him out or something, because he's only done 2 so far, and it takes him a little while. So I'm like, well, if there's 2 people working, it would be better. So anyways, other than that, tomorrow I believe I'm gonna go and meet Dr. Chen, and I know that's an Asian last name, but I think he's local here. But anyways, he also speaks English, so I'm gonna go meet up with him probably tomorrow with Oscar, and he'll introduce us and stuff. So we'll see if I can help out over there too. So anyways, that's pretty much it as far as volunteering goes. It's really an amazing opportunity. There's just no way this would pass in Canada. Like over here, I'm allowed to observe pretty much anything I want, as long as, you know, whoever I'm observing is okay with it. But yeah, in Canada, there's no way that would ever fly, ever. There's just no way. And over here, you know, they're like, oh, you know, you can take photos and you can take a video, and, you know, just like, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. The patients just have zero privacy there. Like, it doesn't matter who's in the room. You're gonna go in that room and tell the person what your problem is. Like, if there is 10 other people in that room, it's just too bad, because they're all going to know about your problem now. So anyways, it's kind of interesting. And I mean, I've been sitting in on all of these appointments and stuff, but it just kind of blows my mind. So anyways, I'm hoping that I'm gonna get some videos, maybe some pictures of the Centro de Salud here in Boquete, and upload it, or hopefully I can upload it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully everybody at home is doing okay, and I'll see you later.